Hi, Miss Payne's class. I miss you guys, and I hope you guys are doing okay. I want to continue reading Out of My Mind. When we left off, Melody and her team, the quiz team, just got to the studio and they were getting ready to film. So here we go. It's time. Camera's rolling. Someone calls out. In 5, 4, 3, 2. He points at the man at the center stage. The moderator, a slim guy with hair that looks like it has been glued into place, brushes a speck off his tuxedo, adjusts his red striped tie, and begins speaking right on cue. Good evening, he says with that perfectly modulated voice that announcers seem to be born with. My name is Charles Kinsley, and I'd like to welcome you to the Whiz Kids Southwest Ohio Regional Competition. Cheers all around. In 2 weeks, the winner of this competition will travel to Washington, D.C. to represent our area at the National Championships. More cheers. We wish the best of luck to all of our young competitors. The studio gets quiet. The rules are simple, Mr. Kinsley explains. Teams will be asked 25 questions. Each correct answer from our 4-member team is worth 1 point, so the maximum total team score is 100 points. He pauses so the camera can show the scoreboard. Then he announces, the 2 teams with the highest scores from our preliminary rounds will meet for what we call a quiz-off, to points totaled or critical. The winner of the final set of quiz questions will be declared our local elementary school level champion and will proceed to the nationals in Washington. The team that emerges as the winner will appear live on national television on Good Morning America the next morning. Cheers and applause. Our first 2 teams to compete tonight will be Woodland Elementary and Spalding Street Elementary. Take your places, ladies and gentlemen. The 4 contestants from Woodland and the other 3 members of our team walk to the testing area. Waving for the cameras, Catherine rolls me to my position, makes sure I can easily reach the buttons. Then she gives me a quick hug and walks away. I'd like to take a moment, Mr. Kinsley says, to introduce a very special participant in our competition tonight. Her name is Melody Brooks. The cameras all point in my direction. The studio lights are incredibly bright and hot. I blink rapidly. I feel damp and sweaty. Although the other contestants will stand, Melody will be seated as she answers the questions. We've made adjustments to our answer board so that she can access the buttons, but nothing else. I hear she's a fierce competitor. I try to wave, but I figure I look kind of goofy and wobbly, so I put my hand down. Rose stands next to me with Connor in the middle and Claire on the far end. I feel like I'm going to throw up, I hear Claire whisper. Don't you dare, Connor hisses. We'll start with a practice round so you can familiarize yourself with our button system. Everyone ready? Which of the following is a mammal? A, cat, B, bird, C, turtle, or D, spider? Everybody, including me, pushes A, of course. The screens in front of us light up with the letter A. Don't you wish all the questions were that easy? Mr. Kingsley adds, chuckling. Yeah, right. Remember 2 things, he reminds everyone. First, this is a team competition. And second, this is not a test of speed, but of accuracy. Teams can get points if all 4 contestants come up with the correct answer. And the 2 teams with the most points meet for the finals. Are we ready? Ready, the 7 contestants on stage answer. I start to hit the word ready on my board, but I decide to concentrate on the contest instead. Round 1 will have 25 questions. Let us begin. Number 1. Oh, I tense up. Here we go. The average lifespan of an adult mayfly can range from A, 1 minute to 1 hour, B, 30 minutes to 1 day, C, 1 day to 1 week, and D, 2 weeks to 1 month. Bing, 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 bing. Everyone hits their buttons. Once the answers are locked in, the readouts are displayed. Everyone on our team answered B. 1 person on the Woodland team answered A. Mr. Kingsley smiles and says, Woodland has 3 points and Spalding now has 4 with all 4 correct responses. We can do this. I can do this. Bring on the next one. Number 2, he intones, the Battle of Lexington and Concord in the American Revolutionary War were fought in what year? A, 1774, B, 1775, C, 1776, or D, 1777? That one is a little tricky. I press B, however. So does everyone else. The score is now 7-8. Mr. Kingsley continues, in literature, the word oxymoron means which of the following? A, a combination of contradictory words. B, the outcome of a sequence of events. C, an implied reference to a literary or historical event, or D, a symbolic story or narrative? I am fairly sure the answer is A, but that word could mean a big-headed crippled kid who thinks she can win in a national quiz competition. When the answer is shown on the screen, Connor got it wrong, and so did 2 members of the Woodland team. So the score is now set at Woodland 9, Spalding 11. We're still up, but we have 22 more questions to go. The next question, Mr. Kingsley says, deals with math. Oh crap, I'm dead meat. There are 2,257 paintings in an art museum. The museum has 124 rooms. Which is the reasonable estimate for the number of paintings in each room? A, 10, B, 20, C, 60, or D, 200? Yep, dead, rotten meat. Let's see. I've got to visualize a museum and rooms and lovely paintings. How many in a room? Not sure. Divide into what? Not sure. I'm going to say 60. When the answer flashes as B, I feel like an idiot. But Rose got it wrong too, and so did 2 kids on the Woodlands team. The score stands at 13 to 11. By the time we get to the 25th question, I'm sweaty and thirsty, but I'm pumped. The lead bounced back and forth between the 2 teams a couple of times. Sometimes they were in front of us, and sometimes we forged ahead with points. I got most of the language arts questions right, but the math questions stumped me. Connor can't spell, so he missed several of those questions. Rose is weak in history. Claire has trouble with science. The Woodland team was about the same. Some kids good in some areas, other kids good in others. We now come to the final question for our 2 teams, Mr. Kingsley announces. He clears his throat and begins. A weather event that measures 6.5 on the Richter scale would be A, tornado, B, hurricane, C, earthquake, or D, tsunami. Bing, 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 bing. I punch C and relax. I did not have a tornado spaz. Connor, Rose, and Claire all got the final question correct as well. 2 people on the Woodland team answered hurricane instead. When the results are tallied, our team has a total of 81 points. Woodland ends up with 77. Congratulations, Spalding, Mr. Kingsley says with a polished smile. The 2 highest scoring teams will meet for the final round later tonight. Good luck, and we hope we see you again. Victory for round 1. As the show breaks for a commercial, we are all escorted to a special waiting room in the back. The students from Woodland look really disappointed. That's it for them for the whole competition. All they can do now is watch as the second 2 teams head to the stage for their session under the lights. Mom, Dad, Penny, Mrs. V, and Catherine are all waiting for me in the back room, hugging me and kissing me like I won the lottery or something. Catherine does a little happy dance. Dad tells me he filmed the whole thing on his camcorder. You rocked, Melody, Mrs. V shouts. I am so proud of you, sweetie, my mom says. Can I have a Coke? I type as quickly as I can. I feel breathless. Everybody laughs as Catherine rushes to find me a paper cup for the sodas that are sitting on ice in the waiting room for the contestants. Mom pours dribbles of the ice-cold Coke into my mouth, 1 sip at a time, and making sure I don't spill on my shirt. I am so thirsty. I don't even care that people from the other teams are staring at me. Mr. Deming, after talking to Rose and Connor and Claire, bounds over to us beaming. This is such a thrill, Melody. You are amazing out there. I'm so proud of our team and especially proud of you. Thanks, I tap. What's next? Alrighty, we're going to stop there and then we will continue next week. So I hope you guys enjoyed this and I'll talk to you later. Bye.